Thank you, Karine. Does President Biden think America's big cities are safe?
Can you say more?
Well, we know that thefts and robberies are up about 20% in the first half of this year, so I'm wondering if he thinks America's big cities are safe.
Are you talking about the New York Times story specifically? Or
Yeah,
is that what
they
you're
had some
referring
stats.
to?
The murder rate's still 30% above its 2019 level. They're all from the Council on Criminal Justice. So we've seen some high-profile examples of this. The Washington Commanders running back was being mugged. He got shot. Karen Bass, member of Congress, had her house robbed. These are high-profile people. So should everyday Americans who are not in the public eye feel safe?
So I'll say this. That same story also stated that the crime is complicated and multifaceted. Look, this is a president who has secured historic funding to make sure that law enforcement has what it needs, especially, and he was able to do this in the face of opposition from Republicans during a time where he inherited a rising crime rate from the previous administration. The president put forth the American Rescue Plan, and in that very plan, there was more than $300 billion to go to local states and local cities to make sure that they were able to hire law officers. They were able to hire, firefighters. They were able to hire people that were critical to their needs as they were dealing with a pandemic. Republicans voted against that.
So I guess just the original question, does President Biden think America's big cities are safe?
It is not a yes or no question. It is very much a question of what has he done? That's how we see the question, is what has he done to make sure that cities, and it doesn't matter if it's a big city or a small city, it doesn't matter if it's in a red state or a blue state. What matters is that we have the funding and we have done the work, put the policy forward to make sure that these cities, whether it's big or small, have what they need to protect their community. And that's what this president has done, again, without the help of Republicans.
And my last one on this. Jen Psaki says that crime is a huge vulnerability for Democrats. Why would she say that?
So, again, I can't do electoral politics from here, as you know, but I don't agree with your characterization of what she actually said. But I'll say this, and I've already said this already. The past few months, what we've been able to do is create a pretty much clear split screen of what we are doing to deliver for the American people and what Republicans refuse to do. We are making sure that we have Medicare and Social Security, and we make sure that the big pharma is not upping cost for our seniors, right? And making sure that we give them a little bit of breathing room. And you have Republicans who want to cut Medicare. They want to sunset Medicare. They want to sunset Social Security. You have this GOP agenda that was put out by the House, where they want to go after the Inflation Reduction Act, which will have an effect that will actually hurt Americans. And so I think there is a stark contrast here that we've seen the past several months. I would argue the past 19 months. And this is the last question. I know we have to, 2 o'clock we have to go. Go ahead.
Thanks, Karine. Just wanted to ask you about this pretty extraordinary open letter sent to the President by the workforce of the Office of Inspector General at DHS. They essentially say that the Inspector General, Joseph Kafari, should be removed, that the workforce cannot complete their mission with Kafari in his position. They say that he no longer has the support of the workforce. He's permanently damaged the reputation of the office. This is apparently the office that for months sat on the news of the January 6th text messages from the Secret Service, and according to reports this summer, blocked deeper investigations into those text messages. Has the President seen this letter? Does the White House have to respond?
So we have heard about some of the issues with this particular Inspector General, and we're going to take a look at those. That's what I can share with you at this time. But as far as any personnel announcements, I don't have anything to share. Again, we have heard of some of these issues, and I can say to you from here that we're going to take a look at them. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.